Hello everyone, welcome to What If Issei was son of Gabriel and becomes the Phantom Avenger Movie 1. Before we start, please go support El Guardian Infinite for writing that awesome fanfic. This is the translated version I made. There will be some mistake in character's gender, but of course Issei is a male. My mother's love was denied to me just because I was the son of a demon. My grandfather was the only one who loved me, but after some events, I became what I am, the Phantom Avenger. Prologue. Narrator POV. Years ago, everything was harmony and peace, but there was a small problem between demons and angels, and God had to seal the two celestial dragons in a sacred gear because they were fighting in angel territory. One day in a battle there was a demon who was fighting with some angels, but then he saw something that amazed him. He saw the seraph Gabriel with his bow and he thought it was the wonder of the world, but he knew that he was not going to conquer her or have her love. So he camouflaged himself as an angel thanks to an ancient magic. After that they began to date. Everything was going well, until Michael with Uriel. He tried to make them reason and truly trust him, since he loved Gabriel, but then he was killed by them both. At 2 months Gabriel found out she was pregnant. Maybe they would think she was happy like any future mother, but instead, she only felt disgust and hatred towards him. She tried to have an abortion but his father did not let him, because he thought that maybe one day he would love him. After that, a few months later she gave birth, God. He was impressed because he was like his mother, and he felt a great aura of happiness and kindness in the child. But his mother did not want him. She did not even pay attention to him. God fed him with a bottle, bathed him, clothed him, and gave him the love of a grandfather or father, but he thought that Gabriel would one day accept his son, so he gave him to take care of. God, daughter, why don't you love your son? Gabriel, he's just a mistake, he's the son of a demon, father angrily. God, but Issei is a good boy, he looks more like you than that demon, and besides if he had wanted to attack our faction he would have killed you, he loved you. Gabriel, that doesn't mean he's not a demon, and… God, and the child is to blame? Just look at him. With his hand he pointed at Issei who was playing with a ball. Issei, age 2 years. God, apart from being the bearer of Drake, he is a good boy, just look at him, and apart from that he releases an energy of light, like the Ying. Gabriel, turns around. This discussion is over, understand father, I will never love him, never runs away. Issei, wow. God, he picks him up. Calm down my child, don't cry, I know that one day he will accept you, I have faith in that. 5 years later. A 7-year-old Issei is seen jumping and playing, but his grandfather suddenly appears. God, Issei, go here, calm down. Issei, what happened, grandpa? Childish. God, you know what day it is today, right? Issei, it's my birthday. God, that's right, my little one, ruffling his hair, and that's why today I'll teach you to awaken your sacred gear. Issei, seriously, grandpa, with stars in his eyes. God, that's right, my little one, now, try to think of a strong being, like Big Red, Ophis, I don't know, just think about it. Issei closes his eyes, and in a few seconds appears. Issei, wow. God, amazing, you were able to unlock his last phase without even training. Drake, God, serious tone. God, hello Drake. Drake, don't think I'm going to forgive you for what you did to me. God, it was your fault, you and Albion killed several angels because of a dirty fight. Drake, I started it, I was calm and bam. God, well. Drake, so you're my wielder, wow, you're just a kid and you've already accessed the ultimate form of the booster gear. Issei, hee thanks, Dragon Lord. Drake, wow, what a polite boy, hee it will be interesting, that you are my partner. And please, call me Drake. Issei, okay Drake, you and I will be best friends. Drake, friends? Issei, yes, that's what we will be. Drake, wow, what a well-educated child, God. God, yes, please take care of him. Drake, if you let me out I'll do it. God, if you make me strong, Issei, I will do it. Drake, done? Issei, grandpa, I have to go, mom must be waiting. God, go Issei, but come later please. Issei, I will, Grandpa giving an angelic smile, then running to his house. God, Issei, I hope your mother regrets her mistake in treating you like that. With Issei. Along the way he received hateful glances from many angels, and he muttered things. Angel 1, you heard that God will give him a very high position. Angel 2, yes, I don't understand why, he is just a mistake. And so it happened on the way, arriving at his house, he saw his mother cooking, he approached her. Issei, mommy, I'm here. Plop. Issei fell to the ground, hearing that his mother had slapped him. Gabriel, I told you not to call me mother, angry. Issei, bu, sniff, sorry. Gabriel, go to your room, and you will stay there, you will not eat today. Issei just went up to his room crying. From your mind. Drake, Issei. Issei, sniff, I'm sorry, Drake, sniff, I didn't want you to see me like that, sniff. Drake, don't worry, I'm here for whatever you need. Issei, thanks, partner. Drake, weren't we friends? Encouraging him. Issei, thanks, Drake. The corrupted angel. Drake, weren't we friends? Encouraging him. Issei, thanks, Drake. Drake, why don't you go with your grandfather? He said you should go. Issei, but Mom said to stay. Drake, thinking, poor innocent soul, don't worry, if you talk to your grandfather he might be able to sort things out with your mother. Issei, okay, opens the window and opens his wings to fly away. With Gabriel. Gabriel, brother, do you have everything ready for tonight? Michael, yes, today we are going to get rid of that error. Gabriel, I can't be there because my father sent me to work, but you make him disappear for me. Michael, of course, sister, I would do anything for you, gives her a hug. With Issei. The little boy had already arrived at the flower field where his grandfather always was. Issei, grandpa. God, turns to look at him, oh my child, if you came sees a bruise on his eye, what happened to you? Worried. Issei, it was nothing, grandpa, while lowering his head. God, sigh, it was your mother, right? Issei, yes. God, calm down, in fact, someone came to visit you. Issei, who? Behind him. Maybe me, spreading his arms. Issei turns around, Uncle Azazel, he rushes to hug him. Note, in this story, Azazel has not yet fallen, and remains a servant of God, like an archangel. Apart from the fact that he knows that the child is not to blame for what happened to his parents, and that is why he gives him love and protects him. Azazel, my little one, how are you? You have grown a lot. Issei, you finally returned from your mission, how did it go? Azazel, the leader of the fallen is someone trustworthy, and knows how to reason. I did well, and I brought you a gift. Issei, seriously. Azazel, happy birthday, giving him his present. Issei, and what is it? Azazel, this is the time clock, an ancient artifact that is capable of manipulating time at the whim of whoever has it. Issei, great, thanks, man. God, okay, Azazel, leave us alone for a moment. Azazel sure leaves. God, well, Issei, I mentioned you because today I will give you a very big title. Issei, and what is it? God, have you heard of Zeratos? Issei, the angel of justice, of course, he was an angel who came down to earth and helped humanity for a time until he died. God, that's right, and now I will give that position to you. Issei, and why? God, you are someone with a pure heart and willing to do anything for the good of others. Issei, thank you, Grandpa, I won't let you down. Dryad, cough, cough. Issei, both of them. God, good and like. Issei, I will be the dragon of justice with superhero pose. Dragon, God, ha ha ha, yes, you will be friends / Issei. Issei, Grandpa, can I stay overnight at my Uncle Azazel's house? God, careful, little one. At night. House of Azazel. Guest room. Azazel, okay, Issei, it's time to sleep, covering him with his blankets. Issei, can you sing me a psalm? Azazel, but. Issei, the usual one. Azazel, Why don't you just fall asleep and that's it? Funny tone. Issei, pleased with puppy eyes. Azazel thought, damn, one day I won't fall for that. One day sighs, it's okay. Azazel. I am not one for hugs. Or giving love. But today I feel full of emotion. If you did badly yesterday, today you must learn. I will keep you safe. And you will be able to see the stars. There will be no one who can harm you. If you are with me. Azazel and Issei. We are friends, you and I. And we bring a lot of light. No one will ever defeat us. And what more can I say? We must continue on our path. Without stopping we will fight. So that everyone can sleep in peace today. In peace. Azazel. If we are together we will live. I can help you if you want your. The past must be avoided. Because there are new adventures. Yee. Issei. But I know you will protect me. And we will touch stars. Azazel. There will be no one who can harm you. Azazel and Issei. If you are with me. We are friends, you and I. And we bring a lot of light. No one will ever defeat us. And what more can I say? We must continue on our path. Without stopping we will fight. So that everyone can sleep in peace today. We are friends, you and I. And we bring a lot of light. No one will ever defeat us. And what more can I say? We must continue on our path. Without stopping we will fight. So that everyone can sleep in peace today. In peace. In peace. Ah. Issei falls asleep. Azazel, sweet dreams, little angel. Close the door. Narrator POV. After that, 2 hours later, a group of 4 angels took Issei until they reached fallen territory. Issei began to wake up. Issei, where am I? Michael, until you wake up cold. Issei, Uncle Michael, what the hell, ah? An angel had hit him with a whip. Michael, shut up, you bucking mistake, we'll take it out on you. Narrator POV. And so it happened, the angels were beating him for a while, with whips, kicks or blows. Issei just cried and begged them to leave him. Michael, that's enough. The angels stop. Michael, okay, Kokabeel, it's all yours, do what you want. Kokabeel appears from the shadows with a smile. Kokabeel, thank you very much, Michael, for bringing me a toy. Issei just trembled in fear. In the sky. Michael, okay, little sister, we're done with that brat. Gabriel, finally, after so much, I'm free happy. An angel arrives. Angel, excuse me for interrupting your business, but God sent for Gabriel. Gabriel, let's go. Arriving at the garden. Gabriel, father, did you call me? God, where is Issei? Gabriel got nervous. Gabriel, maybe she's playing. God, when he was born, I really thought he would look like that demon, but I was greatly surprised to see that he was your living image. Gabriel, Pa, father. God, silence. Gabriel didn't say anything, and was shaking with fear, since he had never seen his father so angry. God, and I thought that one day you were going to treat him well, with the love of a mother, like every child deserves, but it seems that I was wrong. Gabriel, but God, he always did everything for you, he always tried to get your attention, he drew pictures of you, he dreamed of you, he always wanted a hug from you, but what did he get in return? Gabriel, no. God, mockery, rejection, abuse, beatings, humiliation, and the hatred of his own mother. Gabriel begins to reflect on what he did, remembering the words his son gave him. You are the best mom. I love you very much. I love you 3 million. Do you like it, Ma? I made it for you. And a couple of tears rolled down her cheek. At that moment she knew that everything she did was wrong. She treated an innocent creature with the worst possible treatment even though she was pure of heart, and she just fell to the ground crying and regretting what she did to him. Gabriel, Pa, father, sniff, I can get it back, remedy. God. You can't, you're not worthy. You're not worthy of having such a wonderful son like Issei. From today on, you're no longer a seraph of heaven. I'll lower your rank to just an angel now. Get out of my sight, please. Gabriel just ran out of there straight to his house, arriving at his son's room, where he had several beautiful things, but what stood out the most was a painting. And there was a writing on the bottom right. I will always love you, Mommy, because I love you 3 million. Gabriel grabs him and cries while saying, Gabriel, forgive me, sniff, my baby breaks into tears. The passing of the years. Narrator POV. After what happened with little Issei, Azazel heard that, well, something unexpected happened. Flashback 3 days after what happened with Issei. Gabriel was in a park where angels went to play with their children, and she saw how the mother angels played and laughed with their children. She then burst into tears, as she imagined that scene but with Issei, and out of nowhere she sees Azazel approaching her all upset. Azazel, why? Annoyed. Gabriel just bows his head. Azazel, you never loved him, your own son, calling the attention of those in the park. Gabriel, it was a mistake what I did, but... Azazel, what you did is unforgivable by God. I will destroy a bread of God. An innocent soul. Tears start to come out. My nephew. Michael arrives. Michael, Azazel, calm down. Azazel, how do you expect me to calm down? Gabriel, it's true that I did the worst thing to my baby, but... Plop. Azazel had slapped Gabriel. Azazel, I hate you. From one moment to the next his wings began to turn black, a sign that he had fallen. Michael, Azazel, you fell surprised. Azazel wants to pounce on Gabriel, but several angels hold him back. Azazel, let me go, I'm going to punish this murderess. Several angels take him away. End of flashback. Narrator POV. Then years passed, the war of the factions had passed, ending in the death of God, the leader of the fallen and the former mouse. Azazel became the leader of the fallen, but he never got to forget little Issei, and every time it was his birthday, he put a frame with his photo, and put a toy, and a small cake while shedding some tears. At that time, Issei became Kokobil's torture toy for 5 years, until he got bored. Kokobil, Ag, this is already boring, you don't shout anymore, or anything, and why don't you shout, hitting him in the face. Issei 15 years old, I don't feel anything. Kokobil, Ag, he grabs Issei by the hair and throws him into a portal that I think it was good while it lasted. With Issei. Drake, please friend, resist? Issei, Drake, thank you for being my friend. Drake, you mean friend, in a woman's tone. Issei, wow, cough cough, that's it, hee. Well, thanks for everything, but even if I wanted to go, ha ha, this world, ha ha ha, is full of sinners, ha ha ha, the innocent needs an Avenger, and I will be it, ha ha ha. Drake, Issei, are you okay? Issei.v, calm down, I'm still aware of what I'm doing, don't worry. Drake, okay, and what will you do? Issei, this beautiful world is full of malice, of thieves, of sinners. I will be the avenger of the innocent, I will be the death of the guilty, I will be the phantom avenger. Ha 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 ha. Drake, my Issei, I hope you know what you're doing. The appearance of the Avenger. Narrator POV. As the years went by, Issei gradually became known. In the human world he was known as a guardian or an envoy to protect the innocent. In the supernatural as someone to fear who commanded respect. Many tried to get him to join their ranks, but they only received a free entrance to the hospital. Just as there was talk of the appearance of a dark dragon that resembled the Avenger. He was called the Dragon of Death, although others called him the Avenging Dragon, since he always appeared next to the Avenger. Several years passed until we reached the present. In the year 2015, Issei was in his grandfather's private library since God told him how to find the library, and so Issei stayed and settled in like a new home, since God's library is an extremely difficult place to find that not even Michael or Gabriel can find it. And also Issei and Drake became closer a lot, I would say, until they became boyfriends. This is Drake's appearance, and I will call it mine, and if you wonder why the blue color, it is because when exposed to the Avenger's flames, Well, maybe some people think, and I do too, that the blue flame is stronger than the normal one, and well, whatever, she is mine, and I will also say it, Issei can make her come out mine. Since being in his grandfather's library, there are also the plans for the booster gear, and well, you will know in the future. Library. Issei was reading a healing book and mine comes out of the booster gear. Mine, hello love, kisses her, are you done? Issei sighs, yes, I don't know why you tell me to read this book. Mine, love, it's so that when you're in a battle and you get hurt it's easier to heal. Issei, mine, ag, look, I've already read my grandfather's entire library. I've already read and learned all kinds of magic, light magic, dark magic, mystical arts. I even learned martial arts, taekwondo, genjutsu, karate, boxing, and I've already learned how to use the juggernaut, and you still want me to learn how to use healing magic? Mine, yes. Issei. Mine. Issei. Mine, well, who's hungry? Issei, false palm, since then tell me what's there to eat. Mine, me. Seductively. Issei, damn, what a great offer. Author, I repeat. Issei, false palm, since then tell me what's there to eat. Mine, fish, I went fishing. Issei, well, leaves, but. Mine, hugs him. Mine, happy birthday. Issei, ah, you didn't forget, thank you, hugs her. Mine, I've been with you for almost 2,000 years, do you really think I'm going to forget it? Issei, hee hee, well, let's go. The alarm sounds. Mine, what will it be now? Issei, ag, whatever, let's go. In the computer room. Issei, well, from what I see, Core Academy is being attacked by starts to let smoke out of his body. Mine, Issei? Fearful. Issei, Coca good. He transforms into the Avenger. Issei.v. His hands are stained with the blood of innocence. Mine, Issei. Issei.v. Come on, my friend, we have to hunt a crow. Mine, okay, enters the booster gear. Issei.v takes some chains that he had nearby, and goes to the garage where he had a motorcycle that he had won in a raffle years ago. When Issei touches the bike, he transforms. Issei gets on. Issei.v. Kokabeel, today you will pay for all the damage you have caused. He starts the bike and opens a portal. At the Core Academy. Rias, give up Kokabeel. Kokabeel, just look, Rias Gremory and Sona Citri, ha ha ha, today is my lucky day. Sona, what do you want? Kokabeel, it's not obvious, I want to start a war, I've been bored for a long time, and if I kill them, Rias Brothers album will declare a war, and I'll finally be able to have fun, ha ha, laughing like crazy. Fred, okay, who's going to be first? Psychopathic smile. Kiba Hiba is about to launch himself, but it sounds like a motorcycle engine. Sona, what is that? Danny, it looks like a motorcycle engine. Suddenly they see a skeleton riding a motorcycle appear on the roof of the academy, throwing chains at some nearby Cerberus, instantly turning them into ashes. Falling next to both entourages, everyone recognized him instantly. Fred, the Avenger, the Phantom Avenger, with some fear. Issei.v gets off the bike. Issei.v, Fred and Kokabeel, at least they contain the blood of innocence. Kokabeel, just look, the Phantom Avenger, when was the last time you appeared? 2 centuries? 3? Issei.v, enough to appear, to punish you for your horrible actions. Kokabeel, seriously, do you believe against me? Ha! Issei.v, I don't think so, I know, and besides, it's time to start. Kokabeel, Fred, attack him. Fred, right away. The moment he jumped, Issei threw his chains at him, wrapping him and pulling him hard, turning him into ashes. Kokabeel, no, it can't be. Issei.v, it's just you and me left. A vengeance my past. Kokabeel, no, it can't be. Issei.v, it's just you and me left. Kokabeel, let's have fun. Issei.v, whispering, mine, you take care of the renegades, I have pending accounts with the. Mine, okay, good luck. Kokabeel, hey, you're already scared to face me? Arrogant. Issei.v, I didn't just want to talk to my partner. Kokabeel, yes? And who is it? Issei.v. His name is the Avenging Dragon. The sky clouded over and lightning struck near Issei when he could see clearly. The dragon of vengeance was seen. Mine.v. Today you will finally fall, Kokabeel. Kokabeel, in a quick movement, hit Issei in the face, viorsing him on the chin, thinking that he had won. Kokabeel. Ha 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 ha, maybe you didn't last long. Issei.v. You shouldn't have done that, now you're going to dive into the deepest part of hell. Seeing it cold. Kokabeel nervously looks on the floor, and there was a blessed machine gun that is, to kill demons since it is blessed by the church. Kokabeel, now die, you bastard. Shooting him in the mouth, but he doesn't do anything. Issei.v. I'll give them back to you. Kokabeel, my face, damn. Issei.v. This time you will pay, damn, it creates a mirror dimension where he and Kokabeel are. Kokabeel, when I kill you, the greatest war ever seen will break out. Issei.v. Before I purify you, I will show you who I really love. Kokabeel, and who are you supposed to be? Issei transformed, showing his face. Kokabeel, impossible, how the hell? Issei transforms and breaks the mirror dimension. Issei.v. This is for all the innocent lives you have taken. Today I will take revenge on all souls so that they may finally have their eternal peace. Kokabeel, maybe you'll kill me, but... Issei. Issei.v. My work is done. Issei.v. Mine, are you done? Mine, of course, Issei. Sona. By order of the Citri clan we order you to come with us. Kiba. Sona, don't be silly, he's the Phantom Avenger, the one who defeats the Maus without difficulty. Rias. But he's right, you have to come with us. Issei.v. Until when are you going to keep hiding white? Vali. Wow, you saved me some work. Albion. Drake, is that you? Mine. Wow, if you have kept my aura. Albion, what happened to you? You are different. Wait a minute, don't tell me that. Mine. That's right, my bearer is the Phantom Avenger. Vali. So my rival is the Avenger, huh? We'll see each other soon. Issei.v. Let's go. Mine enters the booster gear. Rias. Wait. Issei.v got on his motorcycle and left, leaving a line of fire on the ground. In Grigory. Vali had arrived quickly from his mission. Vali. Arthur, have you seen Azazel? Arthur. Not that I know of. Leify. Won't he be in the Forbidden Room? Kuroka. Why do they call it the Forbidden Room? Arthur. Azazel doesn't want anyone to enter, it's a room where only he enters. Vali. Come on, let's go find him. Starting to walk and the others follow him. Arthur. And Kokabeel? Vali. The Phantom Avenger appeared and turned him into ashes. Leify and Kuroka. What? Arthur. So the Phantom Avenger appeared again, but why now? Kuroka. They say she is able to kill Mao very easily. Leify. Not to mention that no magic power can harm him. Vali. Yes, we are almost there? Arthur. It's their pointing. More or less like that. Everyone had a chill. Vali. Kuroka, go. Kuroka. And why me? Vali. Why do I feel like it? Why can I hear what I want? Now go, pushing her. Kuroka. Turns the knob. Leify. Mommy. Kuroka. Opens the door and looks out all. The others Arthur. Kuroka, what's wrong? Kuroka enters the room and the others follow her. Leify. Is she still alive? Behind Arthur. Kuroka. It can't be a John Wick Funko. Everyone is confused by what was said, and they go into the room, and upon entering they are surprised because there were so many toys in it. Arthur. I think Azazel assaulted Santa Claus. Leify. No, not to the three wise men. Arthur. It can't be, the Thundercat's sword, I wanted it like a child. Leify. An Iron Man Funko. Vali. Hey, look, pointing. Everyone turns around and sees Kuroka next to a small altar, with a photo of a child. Something like that. Kuroka. It can't be a John Wick Funko, It's very hard to find. She said this while looking at the Funko. Kuroka, I need it in my collection. Arthur, you have a collection? That's for kids, right? Kuroka, I'm not telling you how to live your life. Leify, but you can't take it. Kuroka, don't worry, Azazel won't notice. Suddenly, a terrifying aura was felt, which made everyone turn around and see Azazel with a sour face. Valet, oh hello Azazel. Azazel, in a deep voice, who told them they could come in here? Arthur, calm down Azazel, he doesn't see him, where did he go? Kuroka, Naya. They turn around and see Azazel grabbing Kuroka by the neck. Azazel, what were you planning to do? Kuroka, nothing. Azazel, do you have anything to say in your defense? Kuroka, Naya? Kuroka was seen with her head on the ground. Azazel, now yes, tell me why they got in here. Valet, we were looking for you and thought you were here. Leify, Azazel, who is that child? Azazel, he is. To be continued. Tomorrow I uploaded cap of. Whether Issei wick. Either. Issei the power of music. Faction meeting. Narrator POV. After what happened with Kokabil, Sona and Rias, they had told everything to Sir Issei, and he sent letters to all the leaders to talk about that matter. 3 days after the attack. With Issei. Issei, very well my friend, this week you will stay in the booster gear. Mine, and WHYYYYYY making a pout. Issei, in case you don't remember, tonight you go into heat, and I don't want to go through the same thing as the last few times. Mine, please, it wasn't that bad. Issei. Mine, Issei, are you okay? Issei, reacts not at all, this week you'll be in. Mine, sad, don't you want to have babies? Issei, but of course I do, but I feel like something bad is going to happen and I don't want our children to be involved in something bad just because of that thought. I'm still young, I want to be free. Mine, resigned, okay, but. Issei, mine. Mine, it's okay, but remember, he pulls his shirt closer until they are face to face, your virginity, and your body belong to me, biting his neck. Issei, why yes, well now I will train. Mine, by the way, when will you introduce yourself to the supernatural world? Issei, I don't know, but it will be soon, I assure you. Mine, well, I'll go rest, goes to his room. Issei, yes, looking at a particular object in his hands. Mine, you've trained enough, don't you think it's time to practice with what Azazel gave you? Issei, I think so, checking the time clock. In the underworld. Gremory Castle. There were the leaders of all the clans Citri, Gremory, Phoenix, Egyptian, Greek, Hindu, and the 2 dragon gods who wanted to discuss the Avenger. Sir Issei, according to Sona and Rias reports, when they were fighting with Kokabil, the Phantom Avenger arrived, and well, he burned him to the ground. We don't know why. Exactly why did he come back, after 200 years, why did he suddenly appear? Great Red, not to mention what Vala and Albion said, that the Phantom Avenger is the current Red Emperor. Azazel, it's something rare and interesting if fusion, I can't imagine what the armor would be like. Gabriel, I don't think we're here to talk about that, Azazel. Azazel, and I think I didn't ask for your opinion, Gabriel, cold. Ophis, please Azazel, everyone in this room knows about the Issei child, let him go now. Azazel, I think you should be the most hurt, since according to what he told me, he called you. Ophis, and don't say it. Azazel, his older sister. Ophis just stays silent and accidentally sheds a few tears remembering the moments with Issei when he was a child. Zeoticus, we're getting off topic, what are we going to do about the Avenger issue? Shiva, the best thing we can do would be to stay alert, in case he appears again. Seraphal, by the way, in 2 days there will be a meeting with the Asgardians. Are, well, I think that's all right. Sir Issei, yes, well, this meeting is over. Remember that if you have contact or see the Avenger, let us know and don't try to get close. Leaders retreat. Rias, brother, do you think that if we manage to find him, he can join my entourage? Sir Issei, little sister, I love you very much and I don't want anything to happen to you. That's why I'm telling you that when you find him, don't come near him at all. Rias, but. Venelana, listen to your brother Rias. That being is too powerful, and also dangerous. He knows very old magic techniques from almost all civilizations, so for your own good, don't do anything stupid. Aquino, searches, you won't know the story or its origin. Sir Issei, well then. With Issei. Issei, mine, I'm done training. Mine, yes, and I have news for you. Issei, really? Which one? Mine, we will go to the forest of the relatives. Issei, what? Gabriel's dream. It was night, the meeting had ended and everyone had retired to their homes. But well, we will feel in heaven, in the room of the most beautiful seraph, Gabriel, but let's go to a specific place in the world of dreams in his world. Gabriel was in a beautiful place on a hill full of flowers and with a giant tree approximately 500 years old, but she was a little confused. Gabriel, what am I doing here? Mom. Gabriel, huh? Mommy, come play. Gabriel, what? Where does that voice come from? Mommy running towards her. Gabriel, she sees a blurry silhouette, but manages to recognize it can't be Issei. Issei, mommy running with a smile. Gabriel, my little one, come to my arms. But he realized that behind him there was a storm that followed him. Gabriel runs towards Issei. Issei, as if nothing happened and happy mommy. Gabriel, no. Suddenly everything goes black and Gabriel falls to his knees crying. Gabriel, my baby, my Issei. Now you feel it, right? Gabriel, who's there? The feeling of losing someone, it's something very sad and it feels good, ha 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 ha, coming out of the shadows. Gabriel, who are you? Getting on guard. Carlos.exe, calm down Gabriel, calm down, I just came to chat, let me introduce myself, my name is Carlos.exe, ha ha ha. Gabriel, what are you looking for? Carlos.exe, just to remember you and make you cry for your sin. Gabriel, what are you talking about? Carlos.exe, do you recognize him? Sleeping, child Issei appears. Gabriel, leave him alone. Carlos.exe, ha ha ha, and why would I do that? It's just a mistake, don't you remember Gabriel? Gabriel gets memories of when he treated Issei badly. Gabriel, you're just trash, I wish you'd never been born, you're a bucking mistake. Issei, mom, please, it hurts, wow. Gabriel cries just remembering that. Carlos.exe, you feel that her pain, her fear appearing next to her with another appearance. Carlos.exe, I'll show you something, changing places, do you remember this? Gabriel takes his hands off his face and sees what is in front of him. Gabriel, how? Carlos.exe, just go and shut your mouth. Scenario memory. Issei, 5 years old, had a bouquet of flowers along with a letter and approached Gabriel. Issei, mommy, happy birthday, showing his gifts. Gabriel just took the things, he threw the letter in the trash and the flowers in the fireplace, burning them. He took Issei by the hands and slapped him. Gabriel, listen to me carefully, I told you not to call me mom, you're just trash. Gabriel, real, please don't say it, crying profusely. Gabriel, memory, a mistake, a piece of trash that should never have been born, now get out, you're ruining my day, today you'll sleep outside. He pulls him by the hands to take him outside. Gabriel only saw Issei's face, which reflected fear, and was shedding tears because Gabriel hurt him by pulling him. Carlos.exe, what I see answers all my questions, even the purest angel can be a demon or someone without a heart. Gabriel was left kneeling while regretting what he did, but he turns his gaze to Issei's paper. Carlos.exe, you want to see it, don't you? Gabriel just nods. Carlos.exe, gestures, take it. Gabriel takes it with distrust and little by little he begins to open it and reads it out loud. Mommy, I know it's your birthday today and I congratulate you, you are the best mother in the world. The truth is I don't know what I've done to you, but I know that deep down you love me. I will always love you, and I feel deep in my heart that one day you will give me your love. With love, your son Issei. P.S. I love you 3 million. Every word I read was a stab to the heart. Carlos.exe, Your pain and suffering are nothing compared to his walking slowly towards her while changing her appearance. Carlos.exe, tell me, Gabriel, what does it feel like? The pain of a child who at that age only wants to be spoiled, that Len caresses and loves him, but what does he receive? Mocking, abuse, humiliation from his own mother. How sad, ha 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 ha. Gabriel, please. Carlos.exe, I think he's going to tell you something. The Issei child appears behind him and walks towards Gabriel. Issei imaginary, why? I just wanted a hug from you. Gabriel, please. Issei, I wanted us to go on a picnic, to play tag, to cook together and make a mess, and for my grandfather to scold us. Hee hee. Gabriel wants to get closer to him. Issei, but that's not going to be possible now while Hiba disappears. Gabriel, no, don't go. He runs to catch up with him but can't reach him. Carlos.exe, you condemned yourself, your punishment. I hope and always remember your own sin. As he disappeared, losing himself in the shadows. Gabriel wakes up and sees the letter in his hand and just starts screaming and crying. In a few minutes his brother arrives. Michael, Gabriel, what's wrong with you? Gabriel hugs Michael tightly, saying, I am the worst mother. I have no forgiveness. I have no forgiveness. Michael tries to comfort her, while they were watched from the window. Carlos.exe, we'll see each other again time, ha ha ha. He disappears in a cloud of smoke. Loki vs. Avenger. Narrator POV. It was another beautiful day. 3 days had passed, and today was the meeting with the Nordic Circe. With Azazel, they were preparing things to welcome them. And with Issei, well, he's been busy with some things. For example, 2 days ago, well, he had a little conflict. Flashback. Issei was in his room when he feels a weight on top of him. Issei, what? She moves the sheets and looks at me with a perverted look. She was breathing heavily, and in her eyes you could see the shape of a heart. Issei, damn. Mine, Issei, make me yours. Issei, mine, keep calm, you're in heat. Mine, I don't care, make me yours, fill me with your sweet, creamy cum. Issei, but. Mine kisses him by sticking his tongue in, and then separates. Mine, ha ha, today you are not coming out a virgin. Issei, oh my god, thinking, oh grandpa, I need you. Mine kisses him again. Issei does nothing but starts to come up with a plan. Mine, ripped shirt, look at these pecs, ha ha, I want to get pregnant now. Issei, mine, react. Mine, no, until you give me 30 babies. Issei, thought, God, I lost her, what do I do? The light comes on a mine, let me be on top of you. Mine kisses him, I knew you were going to accept, gets off of him and lies down on the bed with his legs open, come on, I need it. Issei, wait, a toy would be good for us, right? Seductive tone. Mine, I think it's perfect. Without realizing it, Issei takes out of his midnight the small piece of furniture, a gun with tranquilizers. Issei, well, who's a bad dragon? Mine, me, please punish me. Issei, close your eyes, love. Mine closes his eyes. Issei quickly takes out the gun and shoots until no more darts come out. Issei, I don't know if I'll be safe with 15 tranquilizers, looks for a book, a perfect Ormatus Clasha Sun Seaman. Translation, sleep for a week. Issei then puts Mio in the bed in his room. End of flashback. Narrator POV. After that, he devoted himself to training more, and after an hour his relative arrived. Issei's familiar name, Shenlong. Ability, granting infinite wishes, with a certain limit. Gender, male. Power level, on par with Big Red. I'm going to put it SL. SL, Issei, I have news. Issei, what's wrong, Shenlong? SL, a meeting of the leaders with the Norse god Odin is taking place. Issei, what do you think about that, Shin? SL, I feel like something bad is going to happen, do you want me to go with you? Issei, first of all, remember that you are in my grandfather's library, you are very tall, can you shrink? SL, okay. Without the sphere. SL, well, now what do you plan to do? Issei, I'll just go take a look, please take care of mine. SL, sees her sleeping again? Issei, sighs, yes, Almost, and this time he succeeds. I know I shouldn't get involved in her privacy. But why don't you do it with her or it's over? When she's in heat again this time she'll be able to control herself well. The longer she stays like this, I think you'll become disabled. Ha! Issei. Ha ha ha, how funny. Well, I'm going out whistles and the bike goes towards him. By the way, I want our first time to be special, and not just for carnal pleasure. I don't want to have sex, I want her, and I to make love. Well, I respect you for that, so take care of yourself. Issei takes his Avenger form and starts. At the meeting. Odin, hello brats. Sir Odin, it's a pleasure to meet you. Odin, yeah, well, let's start with this. Rosweiss, please go and take a break. Rosweiss, yes sir, leaves. Yasaka, okay, let's start with the meeting. Narrator POV. After that, each leader presented his point of view, and then everyone came to an agreement. Sir, very well. Vali, what do you choose, peace or war? Vali, it doesn't matter, as long as he fights strong guys, I don't care about that. Azazel, if you choose peace you can go anywhere to fight in different arenas with strong guys. Vali, okay, I choose peace, I want the Avenging Dragon to come now. Rosweiss, Avenging Dragon? Michael, yes, it was recently revealed that the Red Emperor is the Phantom Avenger. Odin, so the rumors were true, huh? Sir, yes, but that topic will be for another occasion, so we all agree to make peace. Everyone nods. Sir, well then. Boom. The castle wall was torn down, and then Loki was seen. Odin, Loki, what are you doing here? Loki, that's great, I won't let you join these disgusting beings. Odin, return to Asgard. Loki, no, I'll kill everyone here first. 20 minutes later. Everything was chaos, the leaders and entourages were exhausted, since Loki had called his sons, Fenrir, and the snake. Odin had sent for Heimdall to send them Mjolnir. After a few minutes, it was silent for a while and then the Mjolnir was seen on the ground. Odin, Vali, you must take the hammer, you have the power to carry it, go, we have your back. Vali simply went to pick it up, while the others cast spells and such to buy time. Loki knew. Vali is already close to the hammer. Vali, it's your end. Loki takes the hammer and tries to lift it. What the hell, exerts more pressure? Hell, I'm so exhausted, I can't do it. Loki, ha 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 ha, wow, today is my lucky day, ha ha ha. He quickly approaches Vali and hits him in the stomach, throwing him away. No one will be able to all. Loki, your hands are full of the blood of the innocent, your punishment is death. Everyone turned to see that the vengador was in front of them. Loki, Avenger, I've heard of you, but you're just a bag of bones, Finn. Before finishing what he was going to do, he received a blow to the jaw that sent him away. Loki, damn it. Issei.v stares at the hammer, hehehe. Loki, seriously, do you think someone like you can lift it? Don't make me laugh. Issei.v grabs it by the handle and lifts it. The hammer takes on a dark color, and some flames come out, and the handle part starts to turn a bright red color, and a chain comes out. Issei.v, you are guilty. Loki vs. Avenger Part 2. Issei.v, you are guilty. Loki, W how? Issei.v, now you will suffer the wrath of the Avenger. Loki, Fenrir go. The dog went towards the Avenger. When he was going to decorate him, Issei gave him a strong blow to the jaw that made him retreat a few meters. Fenrir tried to get up, but Issei threw his chain at him, wrapping it around his neck. Fenrir, growling. Issei.v, you are a bad dog, you deserve punishment. He tightens the chain more, and starts to get hotter. Fenrir, grrr, screaming in pain. Loki, damn dog, attack. Fenrir, written in pain. Issei.v, poor thing, I think I should end his suffering. With great force I pulled the chain and it began to spin, creating a whirlwind of fire, which ended up charring the dog. Loki, useless dog. Issei.v, you're still. Loki, Jormungandr, kill him. The snake was quick to attack him, but Issei began to spin the hammer, and at the moment the snake attacked him, Issei jumped and hit him in the face, which ended up knocking out one of his teeth. Issei.v, dumb snake, I'll finish you in an instant. Issei.v dies. Jormungandr, gra. Issei.v, thinking, I don't have much power left, I have to finish quickly. Then he runs to where the snake is. When he is at his head, he starts to spin the hammer quickly, and a tornado begins to form. Loki, if you think that will kill my son, you are very wrong. Issei.v, now he releases his Avenger power and turns the tornado into a fire one. The snake takes a lot of damage and doesn't know what to do, and is slowly consumed by the flames. Loki, no, you may have killed them, but you will not defeat me, you damn bag of bones. Think that Loki is on the ground and about 3 meters from where Issei is. Issei just stands there. When the smoke dissipates, he leaves intact. Issei.v, that's not done. Loki, grr, I swear I'll be back. He begins to rise in order to escape, but some chains prevent him from doing so. Imagine they are the Avengers. Issei pulls Loki to the ground. He tries to get up, but Issei grabs him by the shoulders and lifts him up. Issei.v, Loki, look at me, your blood is stained with the blood of innocents, feel their pain. Loki just starts screaming because he feels an immense burning sensation running through his entire body. After 2 minutes, Issei throws him away and you see Loki with charcoal eyes. Issei walks somewhat sore and very tired. He drops the hammer, and it returns to normal. Issei, still in his Avenger form, tries to leave, but everyone corners him. Sir Shay, Phantom Avenger, by order of the Alliance, he is ordered to surrender so that we can ask him some questions. Issei just stands there looking at everyone, but it's someone he hasn't seen in a long time, Azazel. He carefully begins to approach while the flames on his body begin to go out, and he begins to detransform, but due to a stupidity, Vala hits him and throws him a few meters. Issei recomposes himself, and knowing that he has no strength, tries to leave and begins to run, but due to the exhaustion of the fight he faints, falling to the ground and losing his form as an Avenger. Everyone begins to surround him, but some people begin to recognize him. Azazel, no. Ophis, can. Michael, B. Azazel/Ophis/Michael, Gabriel, Issei. You made me what I am. POV Issei. I don't know what happened, I just felt weak and very tired and I just collapsed. The next day. POV Issei. At this moment I got up, but I was not in my house, I was in a room, but I don't know where it's better for me to go. Issei stood up, took his things and very stealthily began to leave, but when he reached the kitchen he heard a loud noise, which was more like the roar of a ferocious beast. Issei's stomach, growling. Issei, you bastard, you're betraying me right now. The noise was heard by several people and several maids went and saw it, and instead of being alarmed or something they just said, Maid, oh young Issei, they are waiting for you in the living room. Issei, excuse me, how do you know my name? Maid, Seraph, Gabriel told us, now you can follow me to the favor room, starting to walk. Issei follows her, sorry, but what is this place? Maid, it's the Gremry Castle, we're almost there. Arriving at a large door, the maid opened it, and at a large table many people turned their gaze towards her. Maid, please take a seat. Issei, don't take it the wrong way, but I'm better off like this. Sir Shay, young Issei, please sit down. Issei, I'm fine like this, thanks, and now you can tell me what I'm doing here. Issei, you're so bad, don't you want to say hello to your favorite uncle? Issei, that voice turns around, Uncle Azazel hugs him, how old? Azazel, my nephew, sheds a few tears, you are finally in my arms, breaks away from the hug, look at you, you are huge. Issei, hee hee, but I won't forget that, why am I here? Sir Shay, easy, we want to ask you questions. Issei, I heard. Penemu, what do you prefer, peace or war? Issei, what's that about? Sona, as the Red Emperor, you have to have a say in the peace treaty, so what do you choose? Issei, since the beginning that humanity began to evolve into what they are, I could see several things, and that is that evil exists everywhere. Nobody is civilized anymore. Nobody puts themselves in another person's shoes anymore, and peace is what I have wanted for a long time, and if there is peace in all facts, then I choose peace. Sir Shay, very well, Now that everything is decided, you will enter the Qua Academy so that. Issei, and may I know why? Sir Shay, yes, you will be a protector and protect the city just like Rias, Sona, and their entourages. Issei, when did I say I would become a babysitter? Sir Shay, well, it's that. Issei, I'll tell you something and record it well. I'm not going to babysit someone, understood? And I won't enter the academy. I have enough knowledge from my grandfather's library. Azazel, wait, do you know where it is? Issei, of course I live there. Azazel, I can go with you. Issei, of course, uncle. I know that since my grandfather created the sacred gear, you wanted to create your own hee. Azazel left there, closing the door, and then started dancing. Back with the meeting. Issei, if that's all. Ophis, brother? Issei, Ophis? Ophis just looks at him and starts crying. Ophis, who's more stupid? Runs to hug him. Issei, you have become very beautiful, little sister. Issei received a slap from Ophis. Ophis, I'm your older sister, understood? Issei just agreed. Issei, to everyone present, I know you have doubts and I will give them to you quickly. For several years, during what happened to me since I was a child, I became what I am, the Phantom Avenger, the punisher of the guilty, someone who many call a monster, but I will always be there to defend the innocent. I am the Phantom Avenger. Razor puff, ha 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 ha. Issei, what's so funny to you? Vali, simple, you may be strong, but you are still human. Everyone stars at him. Akino, what are you talking about? Kuroka, they don't realize that she doesn't have any aura. Everyone turns their gaze to Issei and is surprised. Michael, Issei, what happened? Worried. Issei, don't you remember? Michael just swallows dryly. Issei, you took me to Kokabeel and my life became hell, and you know what happened? He ripped off my wings, and in doing so my sacred aura and the little demonic energy I had dissolved. It's no longer there. Gabriel, who had been silent all this time, stood up from her seat and walked towards Issei. With tears in her eyes, she caressed Issei's cheek with her right hand. Gabriel, my child, my baby, hugs him tightly, but Issei does not reciprocate. You have grown a lot. Issei, Angel Gabriel, I suggest you don't touch me. Gabriel, Issei, why don't you call me Mom? Issei, Angel Gabriel, I don't have a mother. Gabriel, what are you saying? It's me. Issei, no, the one who was my mother hit me, humiliated me, made me cry every night. Gabriel hugs him again. Gabriel, I know I was never the best mother. I know I don't deserve your forgiveness, but please give me a chance. He cries and squeezes the hug a little harder. Issei corresponds. I adored you so much that I couldn't help it. My heart danced with happiness at the thought that one day you would give me this mother and son love. Gabriel thought he would give it a chance and put on a smile. Issei, but I don't feel anything anymore. Gabriel began to feel something like heat and separated from Issei. Issei, you turned me into who I am. Everyone tensed and stood on guard. Issei picked up Gabriel and threw her to distract them, and began to run. While whistling, he called the motorcycle. Several guards arrive ahead of Issei. Guard 1, stop. Issei saw a window and without hesitation he jumped. When he fell, he lost his Avenger form, but he was fine. He ran out of the castle waiting for his motorcycle. Issei, come on, hurry up. He moved to the side and saw the Mjolnir. He turned around and saw Thor himself. He was going to stop him, but at that moment a cloud of dust left him without visibility. Issei, it's about time. Issei started driving and saw that they were still following him. He took out a necklace from his shirt. Something interesting? Issei. Great Dragon of Wishes. I need your help. Open a portal for me from here to where you are. Please do it. SL, wow, SSS, I think it won't be possible. Issei. Do it already, you lazy, slacker, evil living dragon. SL, with a depressive aura. Okay. A portal appears and takes Issei away. At Issei's house. Issei gets off the bike and detransforms. Issei, damn it. Starts throwing everything around. SL, In his chibi form, calm down now, that's not necessary. Issei calms down, yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know what to do anymore, they already know my identity. SL, take a break, sleep, and tomorrow we'll talk more about this, okay? Issei sighs, yes, I think so, I'll go to my room. Issei enters his room and doesn't see mine. Issei, hey, and mine? SL, I had put mine here. Click. Issei slowly turns around and sees me in underwear. Issei, mine? Taking steps back. Mine, did you think that spell would work on me? Now he starts to get closer, you're not coming out of here a virgin. Issei, mine please. Mio pounces and pushes Issei onto the bed. Mine, you and I, we will have a good time together. Issei, I'm not ready. Mine, let's do it. And in both the supernatural and human worlds a cry for help was heard, and unwittingly some men from all over the world began to murmur things like, "May God have mercy on his soul. He died in the most macho way possible. Poor lucky victim. Either. Unlucky lucky guy. Our first time. Issei, I'm not ready. Mine, let's do it. Issei, please, I don't want it." He stopped talking because he saw Mine crying. Mine, don't you love me? Sniff, don't you want to have a family? Or sniff, I'm not enough. Issei just watched her, and he felt really bad, seeing the woman he loves crying. I think no one wants to see it, but he came up with an idea. Issei, you can dress up like Mine, I have a surprise for you, but dress in the outfit I gave you for your birthday, while I change. Mine, somewhat depressed, does it. 10 minutes later. Issei, come on, don't be sad, I know you'll have fun. Mine leaves the room. Mio, wow, how do I look? Embarrassed. It's your clothes. Issei, you look beautiful. Mine blushes, and where are we going? Issei, we'll go to a small restaurant. Narrator POV. After that they both went to the restaurant. They were about to arrive. Mine, Issei, what are you trying to get at with this? Issei, you just enjoy this, okay? Entering the restaurant, a gentleman in a tuxedo serves you. Receptionist, good evening, what do you wish? Issei, table for two. Receptionist, I'm sorry, but all the tables are occupied. Mine gets sad. Issei sees her and something occurs to him. Can I talk to you alone for a little while? Receptionist, sure. Issei, Mine, wait for me. Mine nods. Already a little far away. Issei, excuse me, I'll ask you again, gives him a briefcase. Could you give me a table for two? The receptionist opens the briefcase and sees this. Receptionist, yes, excuse me, I forgot that there is a table available. Issei, and it's in a nice place, right? Receptionist, the best ever. They return. Mine, what happened? Receptionist, I'm sorry for my mistake. If we have a free table, please follow me. Mio and Issei follow him to a very beautiful place, a table overlooking the city with a clear sky. Issei and I sit down. Waiter, what are you going to order? Okay, I'll skip this. Narrator's POV. After eating, talking and laughing, the lovers decided to leave, and at this moment they are in the streets of Kwa, walking aimlessly apparently. Mine, I love dinner. Issei, me too, it was funny when they brought us the spaghetti, and while eating our lips came together. Mine, hee hee, by the way. Issei, what happened? Mine, you bribed the receptionist, right? Issei, I didn't bribe him, I just had a little chat where I also included cash. Mine, hee, and now where are we going? Issei, home. Mine, hee hee, well, it was a nice dinner. Issei, yes. They both enter an alley, and open a portal and then leave. Issei, well, now all that's left is to give you one last gift for you. Mine, so? And what is it? Issei covers his eyes. Issei, trust me, walk, I will guide you. A few minutes later Issei opens the door to the room, and they both enter. Issei, are you ready? Mine, yes, of course. Issei takes her hands off her eyes, and what she sees leaves her in awe. Mine, what? Covering his mouth with both hands. Issei, I asked Shenlong to do it while we were gone. Takes his hands. I know you want a family and for us to have our first time, and he didn't do it because he wanted it to be special and. He could not continue speaking as he was silenced by a kiss, sweet and tender. Mine, separates now I understand, but how about we start? Issei, I think so. He picks up mine and puts her on the bed while they kissed, but tender kisses that show true love. Okay, here it will just be like a kind of game, but here is the description you can tell. Also, if you want to play a romantic song, the one you think is ideal, play it. POV Issei. Slowly I begin in your mouth. Slowly and without taking off your clothes. My bed does not deserve your body. Virgin like the Amazon. A lot for a hunting wolf. But ideal for love. Slowly I go through your heart. Slowly and a button stops me. And while you say enough you help me. That war in your belly. Between the continue and the stop. That makes the present decisive. Narrator POV. Issei slowly began to unbutton the back buttons of the dress, while he gently ran his hands over her body to mine. Mine, Issei, let me take off your clothes. Mine delicately and sensually begins to remove Issei's clothes. And so on until both were naked. POV Issei. Slowly I go for your waist. Slowly and I am stopped by doubt. If I really deserve to steal the girl and give you the woman. Mine, please Issei, let's be one. Issei puts his member in position and rams her, shoving it in suddenly, causing a small trickle of blood to come out. Mine, screams in pain. Issei, are you okay? Worried. Mine, yes, just don't move. I didn't know it was so big. I estimate it's 25 centimeters. Issei, I love you, approaches to give him a kiss. Mine, me too, kisses him. The kiss lasts 1 minute and they both separate. Mine, you can move now, just slowly. Issei began to move slowly, but after 2 minutes he began to do so with more speed. Issei, mine, Mine, it can't be. I've already come many times with my tongue out. Issei, I'm in my book, I'm going to come. Issei, oh. Me too. Mine, let's do it together. Issei, yes, mine. Mine, Issei. Mine/Issei, they come. Issei slowly comes out, and lies down next to me. Mine, I liked it a lot. Issei, rest, it's too late. Mine, rest, love. Issei kisses her forehead. Issei, you too, my beautiful dragon. You have to be ready. Narrator POV. After that little night with mine and Issei, they both fell asleep, and we found Issei, who was sleeping peacefully, where we are now in the dream world. Everything was dark and there was only Issei, somewhat distracting. Issei, hello? Is anyone here? Thinking, what the heck is going on? I was waiting for you. Issei, who is it? Show yourself. Calm down, I won't hurt you, as he emerged from the shadows. Issei, who are you? Where am I? Carlos.exe, let me introduce myself. My name is Carlos.exe. I'm just here to give you a little notice. Issei, like this? And what is it? Carlos.exe, I want you to prepare yourself. Issei, and for what? Carlos.exe, in some time, your planet will perish. That doesn't prevent what you come in the future. Issei, perish? Future? What the hell are you talking about? Trying to transform but can't, why not? Carlos.exe, do you think your Avenger transformation will do any kind of harm to me? Fool, anyway, you need to train for this. He makes a gesture with his green hand. More or less like that. Everything began to light up, and the scene was disturbing. Everything was on fire, bodies of many people, both human and supernatural, and a roar was heard. Issei, trihexa? Carlos.exe, no, much worse. Issei, how come? Issei, what the heck is that thing? Nervous. Carlos.exe, Ghidorah, a creature from space who has 2 wishes. Issei, and those are? Carlos.exe, exterminate everything. Issei, and the other? Carlos.exe, let's leave that for later. Issei, okay? So what? Great Red or Trihexa could defeat him. Carlos.exe, don't you hear? He's a damn alien, and if he can beat Red or Trihexa or together, I don't know and I don't care. Issei, if you tell me all this, why don't you do it yourself? Carlos.exe, that's not my business. Besides, my job is just to watch, not to intervene. You should do it from time to time. Issei, and what do you want me to do? If what you tell me is true, the Avenger will not have a chance. Carlos.exe, you don't see both sides of the coin. Issei, you haven't fully exploited your power, your Avenger form. It's a phase of 3 that you have. You just have to try harder. Issei, then I'll be ready by then. Carlos.exe, starting to walk. Take care. Issei, damn it. He stops and turns to look at him. So you can see that I'm not that bad. I'll leave you a little gift. He ha 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 ha, snaps his fingers. Everything turns white. Issei, now what? Everything lights up and you can see that you are in the courtyard of a house. Issei, what is all this? Daddy running towards Issei. Issei, huh? Daddy, Mommy sent me to look for you, said by a girl of about 3 years old. Issei, who are you? This time Daddy won't fall. Issei, not really. Who? 2. Dad, Mom told me that the food is ready, said by a child who appears to be 6 years old. Issei, but what? 3. Come on Dad, Mom made mole enchiladas. And I'm already hungry, said a 6-year-old girl. 4. We have said a 6-year-old girl similar to? 3. 5. Leave your references and pull Dad, if not the food will get cold, said by a 7-year-old boy. The children tried to push Issei, but he, resigned and intrigued by what was happening, just got up and followed them. 2 minutes later. Mine, there are children, why did they take so long? When Issei saw her, he was very surprised, since it was mine, with an apron and with a stomach something swollen, you can say. 3. Daddy didn't want to get up. Mine, hey Issei, he just go sit down in a moment. And? They will bring the food. Issei, hey my boy, are you okay? Mine, sits on a sofa. Calm down Issei, I'm just tired after all. This is my 5th pregnancy. GGG. Issei, what? In a crib. 8 Wa. 9 Wa. Mine, Issei, you woke up the babies. Frustrated. A girl appears from the kitchen. Calm down, rest easy, you're 6 months pregnant with me, you could get hurt. Goes to Issei, love, are you okay? She was a white-haired girl. Imagine her in casual clothes and an apron. Issei, alright. He couldn't finish speaking because of a small flash. Real life. Issei, hhhh, breathes heavily. Mine, sleepy honey, what's wrong, are you okay? Issei, yeah, just bad dream? Lies down again. Mio, and what was it? She comes closer to snuggle into his chest. Issei, I dreamed that I lost you lying. Mine plants a kiss on her lips. Mine, calm down, I'll always be by your side. Issei, he rests my little dragon, gives her a kiss on the forehead. Mine, starts to fall asleep. Issei, thinking, what was all that? He said this as he began to fall asleep again. In the window you could only see a silhouette with a somewhat macabre smile. Carlos.exe, my work is done while creating a portal and entering. Elsewhere. You took so long. Carlos.exe, not that it was that big of a deal, Carlos. Carlos, remember that the multiverse is extensive. Apart from that, I had to give the guitar to the Issei of a universe. Issei, the power of music. Carlos.exe, anyway, I'm going to sleep. Carlos, looking at the stars. Issei, the Phantom Avenger, great things separate you. Trip to Camelot. Narrator POV. After the little event last night, our protagonist Issei had woken up and he turned to see that his beloved Mine was asleep on his chest with a small smile. Issei, thinking, how beautiful she looks sleeping, I'll make her breakfast. Little by little Issei moved away from me, so that he could get up, successfully achieving this, and I took a pillow and hugged it, thinking that it was Issei. With Issei. He had gone down to the kitchen, seeing Shenlong in his chibi form in the living room reading a book. Issei, good morning Shenlong. SL, good morning, continue reading. Issei, what are you reading? SL, it's a book, it's called Pluto's Moon. Issei, well, I'm going to make breakfast, do you want anything? SL, surprise me. Issei, okay, enters the kitchen. SL, and tell me Romeo, did you sleep well last night? Degree. Issei, don't get involved in things that don't concern you. SL, if your grandfather saw you, he would be proud that you became a man, puffing out his chest. Issei, I don't think so, sighs and continues grabbing the food. SL, what's wrong, Issei? Bad night? Issei, it's not about a dream I had yesterday. SL, what was it about? Issei, well, I don't really know exactly if it was a dream. What seemed to be a demon arrived. I said things and it showed me what I concluded was the future. SL, and what did you see? Interested. Issei, everything was destroyed and in ruins, and what stood out was a huge 3-headed dragon. SL, did you say 3 heads? Issei, yes, why do you know about him? SL, my father told me, Zarama told me a story, one where he told me about a 3-headed dragon called Ghidorah. He stood out for conquering and destroying planets. My father sent him to the farthest reaches of the universe, enclosing him in a special seal. Issei, maybe the signal is weakening, what do you think? SL, there may be a possibility. Issei, well, serves breakfast in 3 different plates, here is yours, gives it to him, bon appetit. Shenlong was left with a face, let's say that. SL, God thank you, Issei, starting to eat. Issei went up to his bedroom where he saw Mio, who was still asleep. He left the food on the nightstand and woke her up. Issei, my love, wake up, breakfast is ready. Mine, sleepy, no Issei, let's take a break. Issei, oh my god, look at this beautiful girl of mine. Mine, gets up and hugs him quickly, get away from my man, hitches, calms down to see what was in his room, huh? Issei, good morning, love. Mine, honey, slaps him, don't scare me like that, sniff sniff, it smells good. Issei, sit on the bed, and give him the plate. Mine, mole enchiladas, my favorite, she accepts the dish gladly. Issei, honey, I have a question and I would like you to answer me with the truth. Mine, and what is that? With his mouth full. Issei, why do you want to have babies? My dry swallow. Mine, cough cough, well, this hee, it's a bit difficult to say hee. Issei, come on, tell me. Mine, well, when I was just a little girl, I always wanted to have a little brother, but my father had passed away, and well, some of us dragons, most of us are faithful to our partners until death, and my mother didn't want another partner, and we were alone, and I told her that when she found my partner, I would give her lots of grandchildren. Issei, well, it's a nice dream, by the way, you never told me about your mother. Mine, well, it's just that I haven't talked to her for a long time. Issei, since when? Mine, let's say 100 years after my sealing. Issei, and why haven't you talked to her? Mio, I'm afraid she'll scold me, because of the fight with Albion and for worrying her. Issei, now that you tell me, what was the reason for your fight with her? Mine, you're not going to get angry, right? Issei, of course not, come on, tell me. Mine, well, we were fighting for the love of a male. Issei, huh? Mine, years ago, she and I were friends, and well, we fell in love with the same man and everything ended, our relationship as friends and sisters, and well, he told us that if one of us won, he would stay with her, and well, we fought and by accident, we caused several damages in the territories of angels, fallen and demons, and well, that's what happened. Issei, and where did you live before? Mine, in Camelot. Issei, where did the legendary King Arthur, bearer of the legendary sword Excalibur, live? Not believing it. Mine, yes, well, I'm done. I'm going to take a bath. Issei, hey, why don't we go and find your mother? Mine, what? Well, I don't know, years have passed, and I don't know if he wants to see me. Issei, mine, takes his hands, come on, I assure you that he will cry when he sees you, he surely misses you. Mine, what if he died? Issei, come on, are you scared? Mine, what? Me, no, of course not, why do you say that? Nervous. Issei, don't worry, love, hugs her, if something bad happens I'll be with you. Mine, well, how about we go in a week? Issei, no. Mine, what, why? Issei, we will leave today. Mine, wait, Keiichi? But. Issei, no buts, you get ready, I just had breakfast and I'll tell Shenlong to arrange the things that we'll take a trip to Camelot. Mine, hits his face, there is love, there are times when you are an idiot. Issei, but you love me like that, right? Putting his face next to hers. Mine, yes, gives him a kiss, well, I'm going to take a bath, goes to the shower. Issei, well, Shenlong. SL, yes? Appearing behind him. Issei, ah, hits him, don't scare me. SL, Aoki with a bump on his head, well, what do you want? Issei, pack your things, we're going on vacation. SL, yes, where are we going, to France? Italy? Spain? Mexico? With a Mexican hat. Issei, no, to Camelot. Small problem. 2 days later. We met up with our beloved couple. Issei had already packed everything he needed for the trip. Shenlong decided to get into the sphere-shaped necklace. Issei, are you ready, mine? Mine, yes, although I'm a little nervous about what might happen. Issei takes her hands, love, calm down, I know they will want to see you. Mine, gives him a peck, I'll take your word for it, well, let's go now. Issei, okay, what is the name of your hometown? Mine, it's called City Fury. Issei, okay, takes the necklace from his neck, or Shenlong, get out of there and fulfill my wish. A small explosion appeared and then the great dragon was seen. SL, what is your wish, Issei? Issei, I want you to teleport us to City Fury. SL, okay, you owe me a full meal, huh? In a white wake, mine and Issei are left blinded for a moment to see each other in a desolate place. Issei, where are we? SL, we are 10 meters from City Fury, my work is finished, I'm going to sleep, call me when something interesting happens. Issei, lazy dragon, okay, let's go, my friend, starting to walk. Mine follows him. At the door you could see 2 guards, one was a dragon and the other a human. Guard H and D, identify yourselves. Issei, nice to meet you, my name is Issei. Mine, I am mine. Guard D, mine? Daughter of Queen Rose Hell? Mine, that's right, GGG, it's been years, wait a minute? Reina? Guard H, what's up, Colossus? Colossus, let them pass, Raphael, she is the daughter of Rose Hell. Raphael, understood, eat in. Both guards move aside to let them through. Mine, what could have happened in this place while I was gone? Issei, what are you talking about? Mine, well, years ago, in ancient times, dragons and humans didn't get along, but now it's different. Issei, well, when we go with aid. Mio and Issei, along with some villagers, went to see what was happening. What they saw was a woman with dragon features asking for help since a human man had a sword at a girl's throat, threatening her life. Mother of the girl, please help me, she said this while crying. Man, get away or I'll kill this brat. Girl, please don't do anything to me, crying. The screams alerted several people in the town, surrounding them, and a few minutes later several soldiers, humans and dragons in human appearance arrived. Soldier, please put that down and leave the girl, he said calmly. Man, don't come closer. Soldier, we won't do it, gets a little closer, just don't do anything stupid. Man, get away or else, he brings the sword closer to the girl. Girl, mommy. Man, shut up. Soldier, calm down, look at me, don't do anything, what's your name? Max. Max? Soldier, why are you doing this? Max, this Ottoman of humans living with humans is stupid, my father and my father's father was a dragon hunter. But now I will honor my father for what I will do raising the sword. Soldier, don't wait. Mother of the girl, no. The man was about to do it, but a chain wrapped around the sword preventing him from doing what he was going to do. Max, what the? Issei.v, guilty. Issei.v began to stand out from the crowd, leaving everyone impressed. Issei.v, wanting to kill an innocent soul flies is unforgivable. Your punishment is death. Pulls the chain and the sword out and falls to the ground. Issei.v approaches quickly and then grabs him by the neck. Issei.v, look into my eyes. After Max starts screaming, after 2 minutes Issei.v throws him away, showing Max with coal-like eyes, then Issei.v turns his gaze to the girl. Issei.v, you are innocent. Then he begins to retreat, detransforming, and when he returns to normal, a tranquilizer dart hits him in the neck. Issei, Ag Demons falls to the ground. Mio runs to where she is and several soldiers corner them, and at that moment the Rose Hell Queen arrives, looking at her carefully. Rose Hell, it can't be mine? Incredulous. Mine, hi ma, how are you? Nervous. Getting to know my mother-in-law. Rose Hell, it can't be mine? Incredulous. Mine, hi ma, how are you? Nervous. At the moment. Castle. A bedroom. Rose Hell, my little baby, she hugs her daughter between her breasts. My little wildflower has returned. She lets go of her and grabs her cheeks. You have become very beautiful. Mine, mom, you embarrass me with a red face. Rose Hell, hugs her again. You don't know how much I've missed you. Mine, so you're not upset? Nervous. Rose Hell, I have to say yes, you and Carol female Albion did a lot of damage, and all for what? A stupid dragon who didn't even know how to value them. But now I'm happy, my little girl is back in my arms. Mine, mom, you don't know how much I miss you too. Hugs her very tightly and sheds a few tears. I thought I would never see you again. Rose Hell, don't cry my little one, you've returned and that's what counts. Turns to see Issei, who is in bed and who is he? Mine, that's it, sits down and puts Issei's head on his legs. He's my boyfriend. Rose Hell, what? Surprised. Mine, is something wrong? Rose Hell, it's not just that you surprised me, being the boyfriend of the legendary Ghost Avenger as well. That would explain why I feel his essence in you. Mine, mom, blushing. Rose Hell, so, when will I get grandchildren? Mocking smile. Mine, and Moem blushing to the extreme. At that Issei begins to wake up and the first thing he sees is mine. Issei, what happened? Did I die and go to heaven to be greeted by such a beautiful angel? He caresses my cheek. Mine, you're not dead, silly, kisses him. I'll wake you up. I want to introduce you to my mother. Issei opens his eyes wide and jumps up. Rose Hell, it seems like your boyfriend is quite active, hee hee. Issei sees Rose Hell and bows. It's an honor to meet you, madam. Rose Hell, polite, I like it. Mine, Issei, she is my mother. Rose Hell, current queen of the dragons of these territories. Mother, he is Issei, current Red Emperor as well as being the Phantom Avenger. Rose Hell, nice to meet you, Issei. In these hours mine have spoken a lot about you. Issei, mine, not so much yours, haha, but well, it's a pleasure to meet my girlfriend's mother. Rose Hell, she told me about your past, and what happened, and let me tell me that you have my respect. Someone who's suffered a lot is still someone with a good heart. And also, since you are my daughter's girlfriend, I welcome you to this family, she said, smiling. Issei lowers his head. Yes, thank you, I suppose. Rose Hell hugs him. You should have had a mother's love, affection. You deserved all that and more. Issei was just confused. That hug felt different. It wasn't like the ones I gave him, or a friend's. That was a motherly hug. He just cried on Rashal's shoulder while being comforted by her. Rose Hell, if it makes you feel good, you can call me mother, because now you are part of this family, and take care of yourself under my wing. Issei wipes away tears. Thank you very much, Mrs. Rose Hell. Rose Hell, or please call me Rose Hell only. Issei, it's okay, Rose Hell. Rose Hell, but yes, begins to emanate dark aura. If you hurt my daughter, or make her cry, I will annihilate you, expelling an aura that would scare the sane Triexa. Issei, nervous, no, don't worry, I swear on my life that I will protect her. At that point Shenlong appeared in his chibi form. Hello everyone, sorry Issei, but I have something important to tell you. Issei, what do you want Shenlong? Somewhat annoying. Well, something important came up. Several Rise of Him soldiers are attacking the city of Lilith. The seal that contains the Triaxa is weakening and the White Emperor is running out of strength. Rose hell, that's serious, go worried. Issei, but we just arrived. Rose hell, don't worry, as long as you come to visit me there's no problem, now go, they need you. Mine, Mom, thanks for everything, gives her a hug. Rose hell, responds, you're welcome my girl, now go. Issei, thanks for everything. Rose hell creates a magic circle. Rose hell, by the way, Issei. Issei, yes? Rose hell, I want 7 grandchildren at most, with a big smile. Mine, Mom. And the 3 of them left. Rizavim's plan. With Issei and me. Knowing what Shenlong told them, they had to go and see what was happening. City of Demons, Lilith. Searches, damn, these bastards keep coming while beheading 2 renegade demons. Michael, if we continue like this, one of us will die while throwing a spear of light. Aquino, wretches, throws several rays. Rias, brother, we have to finish quickly, they already destroyed part of Lilith. Kiba, Gasper and Kaneko already evacuated the families, but she couldn't finish because a white-haired man had hit her and sent her flying. Searches, laugh. Ha ha ha, this is fun, my man is almost complete, hee hee. Searches, Rise of Him with hatred. Rise of Him, hello false leaders, glad to see me, mocking tone. Odin, why are you doing this? Rise of Him, easy, I want the entire human and supernatural world to kneel at my feet, ha ha ha. A chain wraps around his neck and throws him to the ground in a brutal manner. Rise of Him, who was the A? Oh, it's you, Avenger, or should I call you Issei? Issei is seen wearing dark-skinned clothing and a chain wrapped around his waist. Issei. Rise of Him, ha ha ha, Kokabeel told me a lot about you. Issei, what are you doing here? Seriously. Rise of Him, he told me how he hit you with a whip making you scream. Issei, I'll ask you again, what are you doing here? Rise of Him, how he beat you like a sack, while you were chained. Issei, I won't repeat it again. Rise of Him, or how I tear off your wings. Issei. Rise of Him, you remember them, silver wings that at first glance were in a word, beautiful, and how he tore them off with a knife and then doused them in gasoline and burned them in front of you. Issei clenched his fists in frustration and anger at remembering that moment, and out of anger he lunged at him, giving him a punch that sent him flying several meters. Rise of Him wipes the blood from his mouth, hee hee. I'm right? Tell me, perhaps. It didn't end as Issei's chains wrapped around his entire body. Issei, tell me, what is your damn plan? Rise of Him, ag, hee hee, easy, my scientists created a virus that will disable the signal that contains the Triaxa, and everyone will die. Ha ha ha, ag, I couldn't breathe. Issei, Rise of Him, you are guilty. He transforms into his Avenger form and pulls the chains hard, turning Rise of Him into dust. Mine, in his dragon form, did you get anything? Issei.v, Rise of Him contaminated the seal that has Triaxa, and it is not known to 100. The whole place suddenly began to shake, and a majestic roar was suddenly heard. Mio and Issei turned their gaze towards a large rock wall, where dark rays began to emerge. Vali positioned himself on Issei's side. Vali, this will be the end of the underworld. Azazel arrives. Azazel, then it will be the most remembered end of all time. The other leaders take their positions and their armies begin to prepare for what is coming. Roer. Issei, it's here. Vali, and it comes with everything. Issei and Vali, 3. The giant wall breaks into pieces, and the most feared beast in the entire supernatural world comes out, Triaxa. Vali's sacrifice. Triaxa, finally, after thousands of years, I'm free, looks and sees that there are many soldiers. It seems that I have company, hee hee. What do you think you'll do, huh? God and the original Maos couldn't defeat me. How do you think you're going to defeat me? Issei takes the floor. Issei, well, as many say. The leaders look at him. Issei united. Issei is the first to run towards the Triexa, then several soldiers of different races, vampires, Asgardians, demons, and others begin to follow him. Triexa, we'll see Ruarg. Issei, mine, you attack from the sky, I will go straight ahead. Mine, it's okay, take care, flies to the sky. Issei, Vali, you and I will attack directly, while the leaders attack from a distance. Vali, understood. At that moment, Vala takes flight and becomes a song. Vala. I who am about to wake up. I am the heavenly dragon who has taken the principles of God's supremacy. I envy the infinite and pursue the dream. I must become the white dragon of supremacy. And I must bring you to the limits of the white paradise. Vali, we have to go with all Albion approaching the Triexa. Albion, sure. The leaders began to launch several attacks, but the Triexa did not even flinch. It seemed that all the attacks were not enough to land the slightest scratch on it. Triexa, pathetic excuses for warriors, I'll show you what a real attack is. At that, with his mouth he began to charge a sphere of reddish energy. Everyone began to create shields to defend themselves, and just at the moment he was going to throw it, some chains hit his snout, causing the sphere to dissolve and leaving him momentarily stunned. Triexa, who dares, he sees in front of him a figure of a skeleton on fire, with chains wrapped around his waist. Triexa, you seriously, maybe you stunned me, but. Vala gives him a punch, agreeing to take 2 steps back. Vala, you talk too much. Behind him he hears an engine. He turns around and sees Issei riding his motorcycle. Issei, mine will attack, you divide his power, I'll try to strangle him. Vala, okay. Triexa, damn cockroaches, are you AAR? He throws a flame of fire at them, which both of them nod. Vala, Albion. Albion, divide. The flare began to shrink until it was only the size of a ball. Triexa, are you a? Mine, Rayer, throwing a blue flame. While Mio and Vali attacked, Issei with his motorcycle waited for the perfect moment to act. Issei, wait, then he saw that the Triexa's tail stopped moving now. He started the bike and went full throttle and began to climb the Triexa's column, preparing his chains to try to finish this. Issei, it's now or never. He threw off his chains and as best he could he wrapped the chains around his neck. Triexa, shaking his head trying to free himself. Issei put strength into his feet to try not to fly away, but in a moment of distraction he released the chains, giving the Triexa a chance to free himself. With his teeth he grabbed the chains, destroying them and throwing Issei into the air, being saved by Mino, who caught him in the air. Issei, he's very powerful, I don't know what to do, he said this while riding on my back. Mine, can't you stop time with the clock? Dodging the Triexa's attacks. Issei, damn it, I left him at home, and there's no time to go back. Vali, there is a way to weaken it. Issei, which one? Vali, transfer me whatever power you have. Issei, and for what? Vala, there's no time to do it. Albion, knowing what he wanted to do, tried to stop him. Albion, okay, don't do it if you do it. I don't finish talking because valid, I close communication. Issei, gives his hand to Vala and he takes it. Mine, Boston Inferno X1000. A lot of energy is passed on to Vala. Vali, Issei. Issei, stares at him. Vala, I was wrong about you, you are someone formidable, and I admire you. He puts away his sacred Gaia wings and takes out his demon wings. I ask you in favor, take care of her. He gives her a white sphere. Albion was surprised inside, or in this case surprised because if the bearer always knew that she was a girl. Vala, never stop doing what is right. Issei, wait, what? Vali begins to fly straight to the Triexa, while he begins to shine. Vali, without sacrifice, starts to shine brighter. There is no victory. Narrator POV. Everything happened in slow motion. Issei tried to stop him, but it was too late. Triaxa tried to counterattack but couldn't. The moment Vali made contact with him, a huge explosion occurred, causing Issei to fly away as well as me. The leaders protected themselves with shields. And then a large hill of smoke dispersed, causing the view of what was happening to become cloudy. Minutes later, Issei in his normal form. Issei, damn, carefully sits down. Vali, stupid, you didn't warn me, Ag. Triaxa, rare. Issei, oh damn. The smoke cleared and he saw Triaxa, badly wounded but willing to continue. Issei, damn it, mine, he said it, turning everywhere. Mine here. Issei turned around and saw her in her human form, trapped in some rubble. He quickly went to try to free her. Issei, are you okay? Worried. Mine, calm down, leave me here, I'll get out myself, finish the mission. Issei just nodded and turned to Triaxa. For a couple of milliseconds they connected eyes. Issei began to run towards the one who had taken a sword from one of the soldiers. The moment he wielded it, he changed. Tired and almost without energy, he continued running. When he was about to arrive, the Triaxa threw him away with his tail. Triaxa, you need more than that to stop me, it's time to die. Approaching where Issei was, many soldiers began to retreat as ordered by the leaders, leaving Issei at his mercy. But something happened that no one noticed. Don't hurt him. His voice could be heard by Searches and Graphico, who turned around and their expression was one of fear and anguish. /Searches, malicious. Issei turned to see the child in front of him. Issei, kid, get out of here, serious but in pain. Triaxa, fence, the only one who has courage, so innocent. Militia, leave Mr. Issei alone. Triaxa, what an annoying brat, dies. With his tail he threw him into the castle, causing it to collapse and fall on him. Issei, Graphia /Searches, malicious. Triaxa, haha, laughs like crazy. Issei, you're starting to get up. Triaxa, so you can still move. Issei, I'm a disgrace. The sky began to cloud over, and the whole place began to shake. Triaxa, ha 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 ha. Issei, grah. A tornado of blue fire covered Issei. When it dissipated, Triaxa stared at him in surprise. Issei, you are guilty. Final battle forwards. It will all end soon, the final battle is coming. The season end. Issei.v. Finally everything is over, it starts to deform. Mine, honey, how are you? Worried. Issei, I'm fine, just exhausted. Issei, who's there? In combat stance. Ma, have you forgotten, appearing in the shadows? Issei, you. It has started. Issei, what should I do? With time you will know. Issei, I'm not ready. Nobody is. Gabriel, on his knees, please forgive me, crying. Issei, I can't forgive you. Gabriel, why? Issei, I can't forgive someone who doesn't deserve it. 1. We have finally arrived. 2. This world will perish. 3. I'm hungry. 1 and 2 stare at him. 3. What? Final battle. A tornado of blue fire covered Issei. When it dissipated, Triaxa stared at him in surprise. Issei, you are guilty. Triaxa, amazing, but don't think that by changing color you can beat me. Issei.a. Issei Angel, let's start the second round. Triaxa, I have never agreed more. He spits out several fireballs, but he simply dodges them with ease with his enhanced agility. Suddenly, in a distraction by Triaxa, Issei takes his chains and begins to use it as a whip while Triaxa continues to throw more fireballs at him. Triaxa, at some point you'll get tired, and I'll kill you. Issei.a. I won't let you destroy this world. He throws the chains at him, but Triaxa catches them with her snout. Then she gives a yank to lift Issei into the air, and with her tail she sends him flying away, hitting him and destroying a mountain in the process. Triaxa, when I was free, before coming to this planet, I was dedicated to destroying others beyond the stars, but the damned god locked me in this stupid place, And now that I'm free, what I'm going to do to your exasperating and grotesque planet, I'm going to enjoy it like you can't imagine. Issei. His flames grow more. You will have to pass over my dead body. He starts running towards him. Triaxa, how reckless. When it gets closer, it crushes it. Place? Issei, in his normal form, where am I? You are in limbo. Issei, who are you? Show yourself. Don't you remember me? He approaches the light so that he can be seen, dear grandson. Issei, with tears, Grandpa? God, Issei, how have you been? A young Issei runs towards him. Issei. Grandpa hugs him very tightly. God, okay, here I am. Issei. I missed you so much. God, I know, strokes his hair. Issei. What am I going to do, Grandpa? God, there is always a way. Issei. But Grandpa, before with my wings I could have more power, and you know it, I could have more power and thus win. God, did I name you Issei the Angel of Wings? Issei. Laughs at the comment. God, remember Issei bends down to be at his height and caresses his cheek. You are Issei, the Angel of Justice, the Phantom Avenger. You are the best of both worlds. Issei. Thanks. Grandpa starts to fade. God, goodbye. Issei smiles. I love you 3,000,000. Back on the battlefield. Issei wakes up and sees that Triaxa is attacking the remaining soldiers. He just gets up, starts walking slowly. While the blue fire starts covering him, he takes the chains from the ground and a knife that is on the ground. He calls his motorcycle that is covered in blue flames too, when he gets on. He finishes transforming into the Angel of Justice, and starts his motorcycle heading towards the dragon. Being a few meters from him, Issei increases his speed and jumps, starting to climb up Triaxa's tail. He climbs up until he is by the neck. He jumps and his bike falls. When Triaxa performs this, he turns around, but it is too late. He only sees how chains wrap around his neck, starting to suffocate him. Triaxa moves desperately to try to get him off, and Issei's chains begin to wrap around his entire body. Triaxa, you're a bucking pest, feast of the apocalypse. The Triaxa begins to grow abruptly, destroying the chains, takes the chains, pulling Issei. Triaxa, your end has come, opens his mouth and eats Issei. Mine, from where he is Issei. In the body of the Triaxa. Issei begins to lose his angel form, but he begins to swim in the dragon's body, until he sees what appears to be the heart. Issei takes the knife and concentrates his power, and his hand along with the knife are wrapped in blue fire. He gathers all his strength and stabs himself. The heart turns blue. Outside. Triaxa, ha, now no one can stop me. Ag kneels down. Screams in pain. His chest begins to open and blue flames come out. The dragon screams in agony as the flames consume him. After a minute, the fire consumes him and Issei comes out of it. Issei. Finally everything is over. He starts to lose his form. Mine, honey, how are you? Worried. Issei, I'm fine, just exhausted. Azazel, you did well, Issei. Issei, he thanks uncle. He faints, but Mine holds him. Mine, I think that's enough action for today. Starts to create a magic circle. Gabriel, Issei runs towards him. Mine, I think it's time to go. They leave. End of season. House of Issei. Issei and I were in bed, both exhausted, since the battle against the Triaxa had left them exhausted. Issei only stayed attached to Issei's side, while he fell asleep, or so I thought. Issei's mind. Issei, what is this place? Where am I? Ha, crazy laugh. Issei, who's there? In combat stance. Ma, have you forgotten appearing in the shadows? Issei, you. Carlos.exe, he, nice to see you again, boy. Issei, relaxes. What do you want, huh? Carlos.exe, can't I come visit an old acquaintance? Issei, what do you want? Why have you come back? Carlos.exe, do you remember the conversation I told you about a while ago? Issei, yes, about the great dragon beast parakeet. Carlos.exe, facepalm Ghidorah serious. Issei, what does that have to do with it? He opens his eyes suddenly. Tell me what isn't true. Carlos.exe, you have started. Issei, what should I do? Carlos.exe, with time you will know. Issei, I'm not ready. Carlos.exe, nobody is. Issei, but how can I defeat this threat? Carlos.exe, you must be guided by your instincts, trust those you love, and trust your heart. Issei, I don't know if I can. Carlos.exe, you will. Issei, how do you know? Exe began to walk as he slowly disappeared, but upon hearing Issei he stopped and turned his head. Carlos.exe, I just know leaving Issei alone. Real world. Issei opened his eyes and stared at the roof of the house, seeing everything, thinking about what he would do now that Ghidorah was closer, if he could defeat him. In the morning, Issei, Mine and Shenlong were having breakfast together, so that Issei's cell phone rang. Issei looks at his cell phone. Mine, what did you get? Issei, it's an invitation to the victory party against Triexa. SL, so will we go? Issei, I don't know. Mine hugs him. Mine, come on, it will be fun. Issei, besides. Issei, I don't know, you more than anyone knows why. Mine, I will be with you. SL, we will be. Mine hits him on the head. SL, nobody takes me seriously. Wow. Mine gives him another blow that knocks him out. Issei, hee hee, okay, we'll go. That same day at night. Issei, are you ready to go? Mine, clear. A week later. Lucifer's castle after reconstruction. Guard, stop, say your name. Issei, my name is Issei. Guard, oh I see, come in. My lord steps aside. Entering the castle, Issei starts to get nervous. Mine, calm down, love, we are here for you. Taking him by the hand. Issei, I know and thank you, clears throat. Let's go. Issei opens the door, and several devils are gathered, so many houses of devil families gathered, as well as fallen angels and the occasional angel, all enjoying the party and chatting amongst themselves. SL, come on Issei, I want to go see what's at the banquet. Issei, greedy dragon, you only think about food. SL, it is not true. Mine, no? Sarcasm. SL, I also think about breakfast and dinner. Issei, and I drop a drop in anime style. At that point, the sound of a glass being clinked with a spoon is heard. Everyone stops what they are doing and focuses their gaze on the leaders. Serche, thank you all for coming today, and I appreciate you attending this celebration since today we celebrate the defeat of Triexa. Everyone in the room applauds. Michael, and it was all thanks to Issei, so please give it up. Azazel, speaking of him, where is he? A spotlight shines and heads to where Issei, Mio and Shenlong are. Odin, so there you are, brat, come up, gesturing for him to come up. Issei turned to look at Mino and her nodes. Issei heads to where the leaders are and is applauded by everyone. He turned around for a second and saw Gabriel, who had a sad look, but he just turned around to ignore that. Are, boy, it's a real pleasure to meet you. Issei, the pleasure is mine, sir. Are, on behalf of my faction, we thank you for killing the Triexa. Issei, you're welcome. Azazel, but hey, wasn't this supposed to be a party? Holding up a bottle of beer. 2 hours later. Issei and I were outside the castle to begin to leave, and SL was asleep from having eaten the plate of fries by himself and had fallen asleep after that feat. Issei and I were about to leave, but a voice stopped them. Issei. Issei stops and turns to see who it is, and it is Gabriel, who hugs him and starts crying when she arrives. Gabriel, please, I want to talk to you, please. Issei, there's nothing to talk about, Archangel. Gabriel, please forgive me. Issei, I can't. Gabriel, on his knees, please forgive me, crying. Issei, I can't forgive you. Gabriel, why? Issei, I can't forgive someone who doesn't deserve it. Gabriel, please, could we start from the beginning? Issei, don't fight something that doesn't belong to you, Gabriel. Gabriel, they are. Issei, I was never your son. You know everything I suffered as a child, the discrimination of the other angels, the beatings of my uncles, your own abuses. Gabriel just stood there listening and crying, while Mio remained silent as Shenlong did. Issei, you know what it feels like, your own mother while crying, you know it. Gabriel remained silent, crying. Issei, maybe I'll forgive you one day, but I'll never see you as a mother again, seriously. Issei approaches me so he can go home. Michael approaches Gabriel and hugs her. Michael, calm down, ask Father to hear you and come back to you. Human world. Antarctica. A meteor of immense size was approaching the Earth. After 2 minutes it fell on solid ground, causing a large gigantic crater, and the ice around it began to melt, and from it an envelope of what appears to be 3 long tubes began to emanate from the crater. 1. We have finally arrived, hee hee. 2. This world will perish. 3. I'm hungry. 1 end? 2 stare at him. 3. What? 1 end? 2 headbutt. 3. 3 ouch. 2. Stop your nonsense, there's work to do. Second season. Living at home. Issei, girls please stop fighting, looking at Mino and Carol. Issei's POV. Almost 2 weeks had passed since the party. In that time everything had gone normally, until Carol appeared. Obviously Mino got angry, and thanks to her we were able to get her out of her sacred gear. But thanks to that, every night I have to sleep in the salt because both girls fight all the time for me. And this is something that is already seriously bothering me. Carol, well, tell her she started. Mine, no hitch, you started it, don't blame me. Carol, what did you say to me? Angry. Mine, I called you a hitch, some problem. Carol, son of a hitch, she throws herself at him. They both start pulling each other's hair and hitting each other. Issei, girls please goes to Shenlong, do something. SL, no thanks, I want to live, disappears. Issei, girls, please stop, he is pulled into the fight. 5 minutes later. Issei is seen with his clothes disheveled and torn, his hair disheveled, a black eye and a scratch on his left arm, and Carol and I watching him completely embarrassed. Mine, I'm sorry my love. Issei, it's over, gets up from the chair, I can't take it anymore, starts walking. Mine, wait, love, please don't go, she follows him with Carol. Issei stops and looks at them, I'm sorry but seriously this is the last straw, since Carol arrived they fight every day so. Mine, hugs him, please don't go. Carol, we promise not to peel, but please don't leave the house. Issei, I won't leave, the girls see him, you'll be alone for a year until you get along. Mine and Carol, what? Issei, Shenlong. Shenlong appears. SL, what's wrong, Issei? Issei, open the gap, they are going to enter, they need to talk alone. Mine, wait, Issei, don't you think that's exaggerated? Nervous, Carol just watches confused. Issei, there is no other way, they will be there until they get along. Carol, hey, what are they talking about? Issei, almost a year ago, if you can say so, with the help of my time clock, and of course Shenlong, I created a room where time is faster, there it is a year, while here it is a day. Carol, but it's just going to be her and me? Issei, of course, I need them to get along, to be able to live together in the house. Carol, there's no other way? Issei, it's that or me leaving the house for a few months. Mine, no size defeated, it's okay, we'll do it, for you, looks him in the eyes. Carol, I don't like it, but if that solves our differences then I accept. Issei, very well, can you do the honors? Looking at SL. He has nodes, his eyes shining, and a gap opens revealing a door with a small circle in the middle and a knob. SL, who's first? Opens the door. Mine, I raises his hand and walks, will miss you for a year. Issei, don't worry, love, we'll see each other again tomorrow, kisses her. Mio welcomes him with great pleasure and enters, just waiting for Carol. Issei, take care of yourself, Carol, and there are cans of food in case you get hungry. Carol, thanks Issei, but do you think that? Issei, what? Carol, come here, blushes. Issei approaches, being close to her. Issei, yes? Carol, taking him by surprise, gives him a kiss on her lips, sticking her tongue in, exploring the whole place, while Issei just opens his eyes wide and tries to separate from her without success, while mine just stays in shock. Carol, separating from the kiss with a thread of saliva, "I'll see you in a year," winks and enters the room. Mine, you are a damn. SL closes the door and puts the clock in the middle, making it work. SL, what's up, heartbreaker? Did the dragon get your tongue? Mockingly. Issei, we better go watch a movie. SL, what a movie, what an 8 quarters, remember that today you have to go and present yourself to the faction leaders, Egyptian, Japanese, Hindu, and Buddhist. Issei, oh, if it's true, I'll take a shower and I'll leave right away, run so I don't arrive late. SL, what would you do without me? Follows Issei. Human world. Washington, D.C. White House. President of the United States P.EU. So we know nothing about what is happening in Antarctica. Scientist, no ma'am, we still don't know the reasons why most species, such as polar bears, penguins and seals, have disappeared. Commander, we have tried to find anomalies at the poles, and analyzed the glaciers, and we have not found anything. General, on my part we found a large crater in the northern area. My researchers have analyzed the samples from the site, and we are not sure what is happening. Politician, do you think it's another one of those things? P.EU, whatever it is, we cannot let this be revealed to the public seriously. Commander, what do you suggest, Mr. President? P.EU, call Dr. Sarasawa. Maybe he can tell us something or know what is happening there. Commander, right away, sir. He salutes and leaves. Scientist, do you think it has to be related to the Titans? Politician, or with Godzilla? P.EU, Godzilla died a long time ago, that's impossible, and the others are just isolated from the world. Scientist, but don't you think there could be a possibility that he left descendants before his death? Politician, he was a macho, as he would leave. Scientist, nature takes different paths, sir, there are always possibilities. P.EU, I don't know, but do you think the project will be ready on time? Scientist, we've worked hard, but we don't have enough energy to get it going yet. P.EU, and Stark? What is happening with his report? Scientist, he is trying to make a reactor to power the project, but it will take a while. Note, here, as for Tony Stark, I will put him as the scientist and the one who puts up the money, as well as being the one who directs the project. Here, he will not be Iron Man, and there will not be any superheroes either. In addition to the fact that his company is dedicated to the creation of new medicines, the construction of cars, and robotics, not weapons. P.EU, okay, keep me informed. Scientist, yes, President, I have retired. Vice President, don't you think it's time to talk to them? P.EU, I will need a meeting with the other presidents, try to call them so we can have a meeting. Vice President, right away leaves. A meeting, a possible alliance. With Issei 1 hour later. Issei, I'm ready, Shenlong. SL, sure, now let's go to the meeting, they will most likely be waiting for you already. Issei, sounds good to me then. SL, let's go, opens a gap and enters. Issei, I hope there is nothing to worry about, enters the gap. Olympus, land of gods. At the entrance to Olympus there were 2 centaurs guarding the entrance, until the gap opens and Issei and Shenlong come out, to which both centaurs take up defense. Issei, calm down, I come in peace, I have a meeting with the gods, I am Issei the ghost. Centaur 1, are you Issei? He nods, what do you say? He sees the other centaur. Centauro 2, checking his notebook, from what I see, yes, we have to wait for an Issei to take him before the gods. Are you the Phantom Avenger or not? Issei, of course, then can we go in? Centauro 1, sure, please follow me. Thus the young Issei, along with the dragon, walk backwards, being guided by the centaur, until they reach some gigantic doors made of gold. Centaur, this is as far as I go, just touch and the rest will be on you, walks back, good luck. Issei, what a nice guy, very well, do you think that? SL, The one you were crying for has arrived, let us in knocking loudly on the door. Issei, idiot, he grabs him and starts to strangle him. SL oops. The doors open when Zeus opens them. Zeus, young Issei, how good that you have finally arrived, please come and steps aside. Issei, thank you very much, leaves the dragon and the entity just lands on his shoulders. Don't say anything, did you understand? Looking seriously at SL. SL, okay. Upon entering, they both see a large rectangular table, and several gods present such as Shiva, Susanoo no Mikoto, Anubis, Poseidon, Izanagi, Hades, Hercules, Shinigami, Buddha. Buddha, it was about time you arrived, eating some chocolates. Zeus, Buddha, we've already told you not to put your feet on the table with a vein in his temple. Buddha, how bitter, puts his feet down. Shiva, nice to meet you, Issei. We were looking forward to meeting you. Issei, as you requested, I am here before you, so I will ask you as a please to tell me what you want, or why you called me. Izanagi, we wanted to meet the person who defeated the Triaxa. Anubis, in addition to being able to talk about matters of utmost importance. Issei, sounds good to me, takes a seat. Hades, before we start, do you think we could see your Avenger form? Issei, that's something strange but good, he takes his Avenger form but the blue one. SL, flies warn me first, fool, my little paws are foo, blows on his little paws. Hercules, wow, takes SL the famous wish dragon. SL, hey, gets out and flies up to his height, be more careful, you could hurt my wings, and yes, I am the great Xinglong, the dragon of wishes. Hercules, I thought you were a myth. Issei, it's a funny story because of how he became my familiar. Poseidon, approaches Issei, your form is somewhat striking, but, as I understand it, your Avenger form is formed by anger, isn't it? Issei, that's true. Anubis, but the energy you emanate does not reflect any of that, it reflects an energy full of peace. Issei detransforms. Issei, we're getting off topic, what's the matter at hand? Shinigami, we have been informed by Odin that he will soon open a meeting of the factions with the humans to discuss what is happening in Antarctica, and we have felt a very strong presence. Izanagi, we are not sure, but we believe that the power there may be greater than that of the Triaxa itself. Issei, and what does that have to do with me? Izanagi, you being a participant and the one who defeated the Triaxa, your presence would be required to introduce yourself to everyone and you can hear about what happened. Issei, that seems a bit boring to me, but if it's so that there aren't problems in the future, I'll do it. Anubis, the meeting has not yet been reported to us on the exact day, but there is an approximate 1 week. Issei, then I went to retire, it was a pleasure to meet you all, Xinglong. Issei turns to look and sees that SL is on Buddha's shoulder, eating some caramelized popcorn. Issei, hey, glutton, time to go. With the chains on his shoulders he opens a portal. SL, it was a pleasure meeting you, Buddha. Buddha, you're welcome, small. Xinglong in an unexpected movement takes the bucket of popcorn from Buddha and flies until he crosses the portal. Buddha, hey, stop that thief, gets up from his seat. SL, close it. Issei, closes the portal, you know he'll be upset with you, right? SL, and? It was absolutely worth it, eats popcorn. Issei, sighs, how do you think the girls are? SL, I feel like they are giving it a hard time. Issei gives him a sape that makes him fall to the ground. SL, why does no one respect me? With tears in his eyes and a depressed aura. Issei, I'll go read some books. Madagascar. On the small island, all the wild animals were fleeing because of the fire that covered the entire jungle, and the villagers tried to attack with everything they could the great beast that threatened the place. A huge 3-headed dragon, more than 30 meters tall, destroyed everything in its path, and with its arms it grabbed people and animals and carried them to its mouths. 1. These things don't taste that bad. 2. I would say the same if only Kenya wasn't so greedy. Kenya, third head, hey, this tastes delicious, more than the third world orcs we destroyed. 2. But that doesn't give you the right to eat them all, we also want to eat at ease, hits her head. 1. Lindsay is right, you should leave something for us. Kenya, whatever they say, putting a cow in his mouth. Lindsay, why didn't Mom let us eat her when she grew up? 1. You know she wanted to have triplets. Lindsay, but not like this. Person. Lindsay, eats the person. I feel like a lava sauce would make them taste a little better. 1. Let's continue. We still have to recover energy so we can destroy this disgusting planet. It eats about 5 people at a time. Lindsay is right. They would taste better with lava.
Let me know in the comments below if you guys want the next part. Also check out my other video that has been shown and left. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share this video. And have a fantastic day. Bye.